Hello everyone, and welcome to Kryptonite, the crypto investor channel. I'm Boris, so let's dive in. I'm with Colton today. Hello, Colton.
Hey Boris, I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the Kryptonite channel, everyone. Let's dive right in. Today we're going to be talking about PancakeSwap. Can you let us know what PancakeSwap is and give us a little synopsis on the project, Boris?
Sure. So it's one of the largest decentralized exchange, and it's running on the BNB chain, which is Binance. Allows you to do a few things. You know, you have the ability to connect your wallet and exchange directly on the decentralized exchange without the need of a centralized exchange like Binance or KuCoin. You can swap BEP-20 tokens. You can stake cakes in the syrup pool, which pays you an APY. You can lend and provide liquidity for the automated market maker. And also you can participate in IFOs, which is basically initial farm offerings, engage in perpetual trading, and buy and sell NFTs on their NFT Marketplace. So first of all, to use PancakeSwap, what you need to do is you need to get a wallet that's compatible with them. They're compatible with a lot of them, MetaMask or Trust Wallet. You connect your wallet to the exchange, and then you need to get some BNB BEP-20 tokens. So BNB tokens, but BEP-20 version of it. And with that, you'll be able to pay for the fees on the whenever you do some operations. You can swap very easily, and they have lots of different coins that you can swap with. And all the trades are automatically executed via smart contracts on the DEX. And the PancakeSwap token is called the Cake. And it does a few different things. You can use for governance, of course. You can use it for staking, and also offers some liquidity. And we're going to see all the other functions that they have on the platform.
Awesome. Thank you, Boris, for that information. Can we now talk about the history and performance of PancakeSwap?
Yes, they were launched in September 2020. And they've grown to being around $4 billion. I mean, the number varies from day to day. I think currently it's about 3.4 billion in total value locked. So the cool thing with the platform, they have lots of money that's locked in the platform. Everybody on the team is anonymous. It's an open source platform. So, and the other cool thing is they have, they call the chefs, you know, the dozen of people that are part of the team, and they're working in the PancakeSwap called Kitchen. I mean, of course, they're playing around with the name Pancake. So they have the exchange itself, then they have yield farming. And we'll go a little bit over what you can yield and you know what the farms are and what you can do with it. It's a little bit. I mean, there are some risks, of course, when you farm. Then you have the syrup pools where you can mainly stake cake, and also we'll look at that. And that is a lot safer. The risks are much lower. Then they have the lottery where you can buy tickets. We'll review that as well. And then you have a prediction market where you can predict the price of BNB. They have an NFT marketplace, and then you can also do an NFT profile where you can have your own NFT as a kind of your own profile. And then what's more recent is the IFO, the initial farm offering, where basically new projects coming on board, you know, can have, you know, sell those tokens on the PancakeSwap platform, and finally perpetual trading. So first of all, on the exchange, you can swap, trade tokens very easily. Now, one thing to remember is decentralized. And that's true right now. Hopefully in the future it will change. decentralized exchanges are usually a little bit more pricey on the fees. So in the case of PancakeSwap, they do charge 0.25% on trades, as opposed to, let's say, Binance or KuCoin, which offer trading for 0.1%. So it's basically 2.5 times more expensive on the fees, even though it still remains very low. But it still, costs a little bit more money to actually trade. And if you take, let's say, $100,000, at 0.25%, you're talking $250 worth of fees. If you were to exchange $100,000, it would only cost you $100 on Binance or KuCoin. But out of that $250 or that 0.25%, they take 0.17% of the trading fee, and they actually burn it. So they actually use some of the money to make their coin more valuable. So it's not totally loss. So it's not a total loss or them, getting a lot of money. So at the end, they're really getting 0.08% for themselves, and the rest they kind of give back to the community. The lottery, they came out with the version 2 of the lottery last year, and basically you can buy lottery tickets, and there are some big prizes to win, and it runs basically every 12 or 36 hours. And usually you can get something like, let's say, around 20,000 cakes, which is probably around $80,000, close to $80,000. And they use Chainlink to use and secure the randomness of who's winning, to making sure that it's not that there is no foul play or any tricky things going on, and the winners are really winners. Then you have the PancakeSwap prediction, and it's mainly for you to guess the price of BNB. And each round lasts about 5 minutes. There's a 3% transaction fee, and you just decide, hey, is it going up or is it going down, the price of BNB? And if you win, then you get rewards as well. Then you have the NFT Marketplace, where you have a lot of collectibles, and different collectibles from the BNB chain. So that's, they have multiple collections you can choose from, and the price are displayed right there. It's very easy to buy. Usually you see a lot of collections at low prices. They start like around like $5, $10, $20, $50, etc. Then this is some of the new things that they are offering, which is the IFO, the initial farm offering, where you can buy tokens using Cake. And it works exactly like an initial DEX offering. So they can participate in the raise of new tokens on the exchange, and you do that committing some cakes. And some of the projects that were launched recently, using this method, like Mines of Darlania or Froyo or Hot Cross, they raised quite a bit of money, because some of them, they were looking for like $1 million, and they ended up raising like $6 million. So some of those are getting pretty popular. And also they have something going with Aptos, which we'll go over in a minute, where now they also offer some stuff on Aptos, and that's also an interesting thing that's going on with them. And then they have perpetual trading. They do that in cooperation with Apollo X. And perpetual trades, it's basically kind of a future contract, but without an expiration date. And futures, it's mainly to do future trading. Now you can use leveraging. That's the big thing. Now this is more dangerous for people that are not really versed into trading, because you can do up to 100x leverage. So you can be wiped out very, very easily. So that's something that you definitely want to be careful with. But it allows you to either short the market, or buy the market, depending if you think that it's going to go up or down. So this is more reserved for people that are very advanced in trading. So PancakeSwap is the largest DEX on the BNB chain, and it's one of the biggest decentralized exchanges overall. The BNB chain ecosystem, that's the second largest, most popular behind Ethereum, and they have over 8 billion in total value locked. The cool thing to know about PancakeSwap, they have about 400,000 daily active users in the past several months. So really big community, lots of usage. I mean, 400,000 daily users, that's a lot. They also have 1.6 million followers on Twitter and 160,000 on Telegram. The other cool thing is they always have their roadmap. They detail everything that's going to happen, on their website, which is really good. And they really try to innovate and come up with new things all the time. So they also have a voting portal, so you can make proposals or you can vote on existing proposals. On the tokenomics, back in May last year, they actually came up with the updated V2, and there was a cap on the maximum total supply of cake to put at 750 million. So they added some additional utility like weighted voting. The more cakes you have, the bigger your votes, basically. They boosted some of the farm yields. They also boosted the IFO allocations and future use cases. But they didn't change their burn mechanism. They kept it the same. So it still burns quite a bit, which is one of the cool thing about the tokenomics on PancakeSwap for cake. The cool thing is doing all these things, they basically have it gives the team a minimum of 3 years, runway, if you will. So they have good money in front of them. So to me, they can really weather the bear market very, very easily. And also by boosting a lot of stuff with the cake, it makes it more valuable. So the other thing they came up with, it used to be pretty much a flexible staking with cake. And they introduced the locked staking where you can lock, your cakes for up to 52 weeks, I believe. And if you do that, you get much higher rewards on your staking, but it's locked and it's impossible to unlock it. Not even if you were to say, oh, make me pay a penalty or anything down. It's locked. So lots of people did that. You get nice rewards, and at least that also explains why the price has not changed that much and has been fairly stable over the past 6 months. Their all-time high was almost $44 back in April 2021. Their all-time low was 19 cents back in November 2020. So you would have multiplied your money by 200, more than 200x, 230x if you had been lucky enough to buy cake in November 2020 and sell it basically barely 6 months later in April 2021. They're big. They have a big market cap, 627 million. They rank 66 on CoinGecko. They have a total supply of 364 million coins, a max supply of 750 million coins, and they currently have a circulating supply of only 167 million coins.
Thank you for that information, Boris. Can we now talk about what's new with PancakeSwap and what's in the future roadmap for them?
Yeah. So they did an upgrade on their, on what they do with in regards to being interoperable with other big DeFi networks. So in the Syrup pool now, you can do it in conjunction with Aptos. So now you can earn ST apt in addition to Pancake swap tokens, the cake. And they're currently present on the Ethereum, the BNB chain, and Aptos. So that's really a big thing, because now they're trying to work with other DeFi networks, expand beyond just the BNB chain. So that's the other thing that could make them also a big player in the years to come. And we saw some of the world's largest Bitcoin whales, scoop up tokens and invest heavily into the project. Also, Binance is, because they're on the BNB chain, they've really invested themselves into PancakeSwap, and they're really also pushing the project forward as well. And then on the technical side of things, if you look at some of their prices, it's been, if you look at the Bollinger Band, usually when they're wide, there is a lot of volatility, and now they're getting very, very narrow. So the thing is, that indicates that the price is getting more and more stable. If we look at the graphic, this is the last 180 days, so basically last 6 months. So since July, back in July, they were at 334. They did go a little run up during the summers, and then by the end of September, they had reached 491. Now they're back to 357, so they're basically, they've been fairly stable, even though we had all those bad stories and, everything that happened, with FTX and all that stuff. But they've been fairly stable compared to some other coins. So basically, with all those things going, and the fact that it's becoming less and less volatile, people think that it's getting close to a bottom, because it has really not gone much further below, in recent months. And probably when the next, bull cycle will begin, really we're going to see Pancake start rising again. And so several analysts are thinking that this indicates that we have kind of reached the bottom for PancakeSwap, which, by the way, just going back to its all-time high would be more than 10x. It'd be pretty much like about 12x from here, if it goes back just to the all-time high.
Thank you for that information, Boris. Can we now talk about staking PancakeSwap? I know it's a little different here, so can you kind of give us an idea of what's different about it and kind of dive into yield farming in the pools?
Yes, so you have basically two big things. You have farming, and then you have like the syrup pools, which allows you to stake the coins. Now the yield farming, it's a little bit more risky, because it's DeFi, and it could be dangerous. Whenever you provide liquidity, providing liquidity means that some people put a coin, let's say, on the exchange. Let's just take, for instance, Ethereum. And on the other side, you need to have some liquidity, because people are buying, but they're also selling. And if they sell, you need liquidity to pay them. And so that's what you do whenever you do farming. And the danger with that is, there are multiple dangers and bad things that can happen. So the rewards are usually a little higher, but there are more risks. Now, if you want to use the syrup pools, which is what I mainly use myself, it's great because you can stake your cakes and you can get some great rewards. And last year, when they made that change, they introduced the flexible staking and the fixed term staking. So if it's flexible, it's a much lower APY. But If you do a fixed term, let's say you can say 5 weeks, 10 weeks, 30 weeks, 52 weeks, you choose. But the longer you do it, the bigger the multiplier, the bigger the reward. But it is completely, locked, and there is no way to unlock it. The flexible staking, it's a lot easier. You can pretty much remove them at any time. Here we're seeing the farming, and for instance, if you do Cake and BNB, so you're providing liquidity, you have to to do both. You have to have some Cake, you have to have some BNB, but you can get right now there's a booster, and you can get up to 36%, on your money. Same if you do Cake and BUSD, you can get up to 33%. Cake and USDT, you can get up to almost 36%. And then, they have other coins that you can stake. You can stake USDT and BUSD, and that will only get you 3.18%, but we're talking stable coins. And then, you can go down the list. I mean, on their website, they have lots and lots of different coins that you can do. Most of the time, you either have to do some kind of a stable coin or BNB or Cake and another coin, to provide the liquidity. But some of them can be incredible. You see this one at 128%. So those are the different coins that you can stake. And you can farm, I'm sorry. Then you have the syrup pool, which is, still good APRs, but definitely much lower risk. And if you do flexible, you see you're only going to get 2.29% on the APY. If you lock it and you lock it for 52 weeks, you could get up to 49%, which is really a good one to do, because 49%, it's just staked, and you just look at it and it constantly changes. You see the number going up all the time. So and then there's a few others that they offer, but really stake Cake there is really probably the best thing that can be done. And since we are in a bear market, and probably we're in a bear market for, another 6 months to a year, whatever, staking them for a long time and getting the high reward and letting them just, accumulate on the top of each other is probably one of the best things you can do. Last thing is they have the ROI calculator, which allows you to show, depending on how much, you're doing with either flexible or locked and etc. And you can compare, the reward you're going to get very quickly with their calculator.
Thank you, Boris. That is very helpful, especially since it's a little confusing on the staking side. Can we now talk about the price prediction and where you see PancakeSwap in the future, Boris?
Yeah, so once again, looking at a few different ones and looking at what we think, potentially PancakeSwap can go by next year. It could potentially reach about $8. So we're like at 357 right now. So that's already a pretty nice return. But then by 2026, we could reach around 18. By 2028, we would be along the lines of going back to the all-time high, getting closer to 40. And then by 2030, we could get, anywhere between 65 and almost 80, maybe as high as $100, depending on how popular they will get. The thing is, we all have seen that because of FTX and a few other centralized exchange, and like Voyager and some of the others that have gone away, that decentralized exchanges are becoming more and more popular. So, and those guys are the second largest DEX, one of the largest DEX in the world. So definitely they're going to keep on growing. They're going to be they have a high chance of being one of the major players. So that's where we could be at in a few years, 7 years from now, is something that is gonna could easily do like a 20x or more from here. So probably not a bad bet, looking at Cake itself, the actual coin of PancakeSwap.
Yes, sir. And one thing I wanted to add is we have other videos on PancakeSwap. They actually show Boris using PancakeSwap and, going through the pools and setting up some of the pools. Take a look at those. They're labeled the same thing. This will just have update on there, but check it out on our page. And of course, if you like it, please give us a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. But that's it from my side today, Boris. Please feel free to add anything else.
That's it. Thank you, Colton. Thank you, everyone. We look forward to see you on the next Kryptonite video. I hope this video helps. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. And if you like the video at the end, click on the thumbs up.